This is the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege, Micromasters, Decepticon, Rumble, and Ratbat. This set is part of the final wave of Micromasters for the Siege line. I think it's wave 4 or wave 5, something like that. It is really impossible to get this set because it never made it to retail, at least out here in Manila. And I've been looking for it on Amazon. It's nowhere to be found. Some sellers on eBay are selling this thing for bonkers. Unbelievable. I mean, I was kind of hoping they'd repack this in the Earthrise, but there's no signs that they're doing that yet. Maybe they'll do the Buzzsaw and Frenzy for that. But nevertheless, I was able to pick this up together as a set with its Wavemate, Direct Hit, and Power Punch at R Toys. So, very excited for the set. Finally, after looking for months for this set, I finally have it. Can't wait to show it off for you guys. Let's get it out of packaging. And here are Rumble and Ratbat out of packaging and busting out of Soundwave's chest. And if you know your G1, you know that these two form the whole team of minions, cassette minions that Soundwave had back in G1 in Generation 1, because he was a cassette recorder, cassette player, cassette recorder, and they turned into the cassettes. And I just love these two figures. Absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I actually got them now. I had given up on getting these figures, but so happy to actually have them. Very, very nice. Let's take a closer look at these figures. All right, and obviously, Rumble does not come with these blasters. These came with the Battle Masters that came with Siege Skywarp, but he has those tabs that you can put those blast effects onto if you wanted to. So, having a look at Rumble, very nice. He does have that G1 aesthetic to him. I just wish there were more articulation, like elbows, maybe a waist swivel, but he doesn't. He's got swivel neck. He's got a ball jointed shoulder. It also has another hinge that go up and down because of transformation. Ball hinge hips and a ball hinge knees because of transformation. So just look at that detail. Lovely paint on him. As a toy, Rumble was the black and red, but in the cartoon, Frenzy was the red and black minion. So a bit confusing for some people, but it's totally fine. Nice Decepticon logo. Even the chest reminds me of a G1. Very cool. Transform him into his cassette mode. Just fold the shoulders up like this. And then fold the fists down like that. It's pretty hard. It's pretty tight. Yeah, first time you do it, it's pretty tight. Okay, and then transformation is akin to how he transformed in G1, so I'm pretty happy with that. Tab everything in like that. And, okay, like that. And there he is in his, well, the instructions say that's his shield mode. You can stick that peg in and put it on a port on another figure. Say Soundwave. He could be like a shield, which is really stupid. I mean, seriously, nobody's gonna do that. What he's really in this mode for is so that he can fit inside the chest of Soundwave, like this, I suppose. And then fit right in there. Okay. Rumble, eject. Operation Tidal Wave. And you know, back in G1, they did have the pile drivers for both Rumble and Frenzy, and they would cause those earthquakes. But for this particular Micromasters, no, they don't have it. They didn't actually put it. I'm sure some third-party company's gonna do that. Now, Ratbat is my favorite out of the two because he's really cool. I never had a Ratbat growing up as a kid. You know, I wanted him. I wanted the laser beak and sound. I never had those things, but yeah, I'm very happy with the way this thing came out. And look at this guy. I'll give you a close-up look at that head sculpt. Ooh, ominous looking bat. Cybertronian bat. Like, no flapping motion or anything like that. The wings, they just you could do that. No other articulation. The head can go this way and that, double hinged, and the feet can just go like that. Okay, so transform him. Go ahead and put the neck all the way up so that the head is flush on the back. Fold these teeny tiny feet up. Okay, fold the wings down. Fold the outer wings up and tab them into those holes, and that's it. That is alt mode. And conversely, he will fit into Soundwave's chest, just like Rumble. Okay. Oh, Ratbat, eject. Oh my god, I loved it. Soundwave was one of my favorite Decepticons of all time. Like, I really liked him. He was so loyal to Megatron, and in his own quiet way, he did things. So, yep, they are very cool. And so, some final thoughts on this set. If you're a big Soundwave fan and you love his minions, and you love the iterations for this War for Cybertron trilogy series of figures, it is an absolute must-have. I cannot say enough. It's great. It's a great new updated version of the cassettes, which, you know, most young people don't know what a cassette is anymore, but it's great. It's a nice tribute and homage to the cassettes that we've had back in G1, and I cannot wait for Hasbro to do the other cassettes like Frenzy and maybe Buzzsaw, Wing Thing, and all that. I do hope we get more cassettes or more of these minions of Soundwave down the line with Earthrise and maybe perhaps a third installment of the trilogy. I really love it. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. It's just a shame that it is the last wave for the Siege line, and Hasbro had released it way too close to Earthrise, or just a few months before releasing Earthrise. And as with most retailers, even here in Manila, retailers tend not to pick up the last wave of a series because they want to get stocks of the new series. So it's a shame. I wish Hasbro would just not space the releases of the waves too far apart. Maybe release the waves every month, and then instead of just releasing them every quarter, that way collectors can get hold of the stocks, can get hold of the figures they've revealed sooner than just, keeping it in mind, waiting for it. And chances are retailers are not going to pick it up if it's the last wave. So this is a very difficult set to get, because even here in Manila, the retailer never picked up the last Micromaster wave for Siege. I don't know if they ever will, because Earthrise has already begun, and hopefully it'll get repacked, as we've seen in New York Toy Fair. There is a 4-pack of the minions coming for the Generation Selects, but even Selects is not a retail item, so it's going to be very difficult to get this one. Best of luck to everybody hunting it down. Don't overpay for it. Just pay the amount you're willing to shell out to get these. Don't pay scalper prices. So I really enjoyed it, and I hope really wish everybody the best of luck finding this set. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video review. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this new Rumble and Ratbat. This has been the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Micromasters set of the Decepticons Rumble and Ratbat. Thanks for watching.